I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. That is the oath of office the President takes upon swearing in. Every single position of power in this nation requires a similar oath. As a veteran in the military, at the age of 17, I swore a similar oath. Now, the problem is most of the politicians and many of the people in positions of power in our nation do not uphold that oath. As a private in the military, we are told that if we break that oath, if we do not follow orders of our superior officers who also have sworn that oath, FYI, that is the base of the chain of command. The whole oath of office is the entire basis of our trust structure here in the United States. We, as a private in the military, can follow the orders of our commanding officers because we all swear the same oath, and we are to believe that the orders we are given are in line with our with those qualities, with those beliefs, with those traits, those values. If they are not, we are to disobey those orders. But if you were to disobey a direct order, you better make sure you're right in doing so, because you're told you're going to be shot if you're wrong. And FYI, it's chances are in this day and age. Anyway, now we have politicians openly subverting the Constitution. We have Democrats running on positions of, oh, we're going to take citizens' gun rights. We're going to continue to subvert the Constitution openly in the guise of public safety. All the gun laws in the books don't work, but we're just going to continue to take citizens' rights and silence people like me who speak up. I voted for Obama and then I voted for Trump. Both parties are subverting your rights. Both parties are lying to you. Both parties are engaged in something called controlled opposition, where they make it look like they're on different sides, while both parties are openly and slowly taking away our rights and pushing us further and further towards a totalitarian regime. If we continue down this path, that's what we're going to get. We're $22 trillion in debt and rising. None of our candidates have any actual valid solutions to any of our major issues. They're wasting millions of dollars running campaigns, but none of them actually have any viable solutions. Entities like Facebook are supposed to be global communities, but they're not supposed to interfere in our elections. Silencing people like me is election interference. If I was wrong, they wouldn't have disabled my account. They just prove me wrong or defame my character and make me look like an idiot. Then they wouldn't have to worry about me and my opinion wouldn't matter. But they can't, so they silence me. America, you should care. This should matter to you. It should matter to everybody. Your rights are on the line. My rights are on the line. My children's rights are on the line. If we don't defend them, we won't have any rights. I pray I'm wrong. I pray that I'm crazy. Really, I'd rather be crazy than right. But I'm not. If I was wrong, as I said, they wouldn't have disabled my account. I have been defending your rights avidly on Facebook for many years. I was honorably discharged from the military at the age of 21. Medical reasons. My health only got worse. I raised my family. Went to college, graduated with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, 3.81 GPA. But then God had other plans, I guess. I had long and short-term memory loss, pressure in my head. I have IAH, idiopathic intracranial hypertension. The pressure was so bad that it caused long and short-term memory loss, hearing loss, eyesight loss, I was wheelchair bound for a while, walker, stuff like that. It was really bad. 310 pounds, couldn't get around without a walker. Anyway, the current shunt in my head drains the extra fluid, um, and allows me to be who I am now. My recovery has been very difficult, but here I am. Anyway, point is, um, we're being played. You can vote for Trump. You can vote for Bloomberg or Sanders or any of those other idiots. Oh, sorry, they're not really idiots because they're definitely smart enough to be rich and have a lot of money and do decent in business. But does that mean they can run a country? Well, and if they're planning on running it into the ground, I guess they can. Um, we're a nation $22 trillion in debt. I don't know how they, well, they don't know how they plan on fixing that because they don't. They don't have any plans on fixing that. As a matter of fact, they keep talking about giving you free this and free that, but no plans on how they're going to pay for any of it. Climate change is a big issue that they want to push, but they don't have any plans on how to fix that. As a matter of fact, one of the biggest things they could do to fix that, they have made illegal on purpose. Hemp. Hemp and cannabis absorb or use 4 times the carbon of a tree. So if climate change is real, well, there's no if or ands or buts about that. Climate change is real. The question is if we caused it or not, or if we're impacting it or not. Well, I guess there's little doubt in the fact that we're impacting it, but we didn't cause it. And every life form impacts the climate. We are carbon-based life forms, so carbon is natural. There is a natural cycle in the planet and in the carbon of the planet, and we are a part of that cycle. We're in the middle of a shift in our Earth, and we're going to have to live through that. Now, how we go from here is the question. If there's an excess of CO2 in the air and we want the Earth to absorb that, the way you do that is to increase the Earth's natural vegetation or filtration system, which is the vegetation. Clear cutting trees for paper and stuff like that is exactly opposite of what we should be doing. How do we stop that? Well, let's see. Hemp. You can make paper with hemp. There's 50,000 things you can do with hemp that would take place of current industries, or at least cut into current industries, which is why it was illegalized to begin with. We can make ethanol fuel with hemp, which would cut into the oil industry. We can run vehicles on hemp. We can actually make hemp batteries. The list goes on. You want to actually cut into climate change and actually make a difference for the better, we need to utilize hemp. Make it legal, 100% legal, hemp and cannabis. Take it off the Schedule 1 drug list because that's insane anyway, and actually use the plant for what it was made for or meant for. I have many ideas, many thoughts on a lot of issues, but the point is, and the reason I am posting this, is because I feel it matters that our rights, or your rights, our rights, are being infringed upon, subverted, and I'm being silenced. Maybe you don't care, but you should. Because if they're doing it to me, chances are I'm not the only one. Together, we can save this nation. Together, we can heal the world. But divided, we're sheep to the slaughter. History will repeat the worst parts of it. Vote for a democratic socialist is like voting for Hitler. It's crazy. Problem is, both sides are working towards that end. Both sides are really no better than the other, Democrats or Republicans. Trump isn't really a Republican. He's more like a Democrat in disguise. Neither side is actually upholding their oath of the Constitution. Neither side can actually be trusted to defend your constitutional rights. Our forefathers would have been at war already. The idea that either party should have the right to subvert or control your constitutional rights is exactly why the Constitution and the oath to defend that Constitution was required to begin with. It is not, the Constitution isn't a list of rights that the government gives to us. They are a list of the rights they can't take from you. When they take office, they swear to defend and preserve and protect those rights because they are your rights. They are saying, I'm going to take this position of power and I'm going to do in this position of power things to help the nation. But while I'm doing that, I'm not going to infringe on these rights of my citizens because that is their inherent God-given rights. The fact that many of American citizens sitting back letting either side subvert and chip away your constitutional rights is crazy. And the fact that I'm being silenced for saying that is even crazier. In America, you should care. Likely nobody will even watch this video. Likely nobody will care, and I will continue to be silenced, and we'll continue down this negative path towards a totalitarian hellhole. I pray I'm wrong. I pray America cares. I pray America has the balls to stand up and defend their rights from these tyrants. But unfortunately, that's likely not the case. God, I pray I'm wrong. America, stand, unite, defend your rights from these tyrants while you have the right to. God bless. Amen.